Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a very interesting topic for today's show. But before I say what it is, I want to wish all my fans out there, uh, I hope you guys had a safe and happy Thanksgiving Day holiday. And so let's get right into today's show's topic, in which it is all these acts of hate and violence needs to stop. Seriously. You know, throughout the whole world, there's all these acts of violence and stuff and hate, and it needs to stop. Because what example are you setting for the next generation? With all these acts of hate and violence, you're not going to leave anything for them. Seriously. You know, that's why I'm glad when I read today uh, that Israel and Hamas, from both sides, they're starting to release a lot of the hostages. I think that's a good thing, a step in the right direction, because right now there is a temporary ceasefire, and so I think getting all the hostages out is a very good thing, and it it started to happen. They started to release the hostages on both sides, uh, or they release some of them, for now. And I hope that they keep releasing the hostages until there's no more hostages left. And, um, you know, and then you even have all these other acts of violence right in our own backyard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even talking about overseas. We have all these acts of hate and violence right here in the United States, and it all needs to stop. Because when you have acts of hate and violence against one community, then all the other acts of hate and violence that are all the other communities go on the rise as well. And all this hatred needs to stop. It really does. You know, um, you have not too long ago there was this event going on in which like these college kids and stuff in which these Muslim or Palestinian, whatever you want to call them, uh, these people were trying to burn the Israeli flag and stuff, and then it caused this big violent act to transpire, and then um, uh, you have all these other acts of hate and violence going on. There were all these different communities against the LGBT community, against people of color, against Asian people, and all this other stuff. And all these acts of violence needs to stop. I just read another article today that um, I forgot if it was in Florida or wherever. This Israeli business um, had some anti-Semitic attack done to their business. Somebody wrote anti-Semitic uh, hateful stuff on this business, on their doors or walls or whatever. All these acts of hatred need to stop, ladies and gentlemen. It needs to stop. You know, and personally, I don't call these people uh, really people. These I title all these people that do all these sort of acts of violence. I title them as anarchists. Okay, and these anarchists are not peaceful people. These people are, these anarchists are pieces of garbage. And if that's the way that they want to keep acting, then government needs to step in. I'm talking every government from local to state and even federal if need be, and put these people behind a prison cell, never allowed to see the light of day ever again, and never allowed to see their families ever again. And if these anarchists are in the adult age, and if they have kids, take their kids away from them permanently. Never allowed to see them ever again. Never allowed to see the light of day ever again. Ever. Seriously. You have these uh, Muslim type of people, these Palestinians or Hamas type of people that are ripping down posters that these Israeli people are putting up of missing children or other people that are missing. You don't need to tear these posters down. Seriously, you don't need to commit these acts of violence. Honestly, it's stupid. It's unnecessary. Then you got these pro-Palestinian people that glued themselves to the pathway of a Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City. That is the most stupidest thing ever. You don't do things like that. Yeah. I mean, really, you glued yourself to the street? I mean, that's just dumb. That was dumb. And it didn't even work because when the police came, the police removed these protesters. And I thank goodness that it, they arrested the police arrested these people peacefully and stuff. That was dumb for them to do. That was dumb for these protesters to do. You don't do things like that. It was a parade uh, to bring happiness and stuff like that, and you wanted to stop that. Come on, enough is enough with these acts of hate and violence. Enough is enough. Seriously, you're not showing anything positive. You're not drawing positive attention to yourselves. You're drawing negative attention to yourselves when you're doing all these acts of hate and violence. You're not getting any positive message out there. Seriously. When you're doing all these acts of hatred and violence. And so this needs to stop. These acts of hate and violence all across the board needs to stop. We need peace. We need to show love and peace to one another. Enough is enough with the negativity and the hate and the violence. Seriously. Because when you have just violence going back and forth, nobody wins. Nobody wins. There's no winner in that. Everybody loses. Seriously. So, but anyways, I wanted to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. And the link to there is awldny.com. Again, the link to there is awldny.com. And you guys could check out all the items on there. And I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that's AIHNY.com. And you guys can check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.